This is Rob Davies, live on Anyone FM.
So, fantastic. Actually, Roth, it's great that you can join us here in the UK. Obviously, you've just come off the success of your first album as well. I mean, did you really think that the album would be that big as a, an artist coming out for the first time? If you're top 10, you're top 5 in America at the minute. What's it like for you?
I mean, for me, it's just kind of enjoying the ride right now at the moment. I mean, a new role and a new voice and responsibility has been placed upon me. So, it's taking it all in stride at the same time. So, enjoying it, having fun. Obviously, it's still tough for me to actually really comprehend what's really going on, but at the same time, just running with it.
I mean, the first album came out. You've got a lot of big names on that album as well, like Keri Hilson, Busta Rhymes, Cee-Lo. I mean, just for an artist to have those on their first album is just an incredible achievement, because usually an artist has to become established before they can get such big names on their album. I mean, what was it like for you working with those guys?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think collaborations are huge in a sense of being able to collaborate on two worlds. So for me, whenever we can bring good music and good people together, it's obviously a positive. So it's humbling. It's for me to be able to just kind of do what I do and be genuine in my actions, and for them to respect the genuity and the sincerity and that made them really want to contribute to the project. So working with obviously the seasoned vets and the people who are their music, that's who they are and not really what they do. Those are the people I wanted to bring on the project, and they were more than happy to do so. So it was good.
Now, I understand that the album was there wasn't enough copies to go out in America. A lot of the copies that you did sell was off sort of iTunes and downloads. I mean, is that a problem you think that's hampered your album sales?
I mean, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that we thought that, or the label thought, that a lot of the sales were going to be digital, and we had a strong digital following. So, it's cool. I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have.
Exactly. I mean, the second week, obviously, the problem's been sorted out, I think, has it?
Yeah. I mean, we're moving. Obviously, obviously, it's about keeping it moving and really, going through the motions and still building the awareness. And that's why, we're over across the pond now, hanging out in the UK and Europe, and just making sure things go smoothly.
I mean, you say you're over here in the UK right now. I mean, I understand that college in America, obviously that's a lot of topic on your album, and college over here in the UK, there's a big difference. I mean, what do you think of the student life over here in the UK compared to it over in America?
I haven't seen too much of it. I went to St. Charles the other day and got to kick it with some kids in college, and it's exciting, I mean, at the same time, young exuberant kids just excited to be alive still, So for me, seems to be fairly the same morals and ethics, just people just trying to enjoy themselves, and they're young and getting into the thick of life for the first time.
And obviously, coming up, what was your ambition being a young, you lived the student life, didn't you? I mean, how did it go from being a student to becoming a full-time recording artist to the size that you are now?
I'm always going to be a student, always. And for me, keeping that about me is going to be really important. And understand that I'm going to need to listen more than I talk. But with the recording stuff, it hasn't changed since I was 16. It's all about just having a good time and making sense of the world around me and going from there. So we'll see what it turns into. But right now, it's just about making it happen, making some good music and sharing it with the world.
I mean, that's what you've been doing so far, and I understand you've also been getting quite a few compliments as well. Just this month in the Double XL magazine from Eminem. I mean, I know Eminem was a someone you looked up to when you were younger. I mean, how does it feel to have someone like that recognise you at such an early stage of your career?
Great. I mean, it's important for the confidence thing, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody's going to. So the fact that success is really measured in music about longevity and respect. And if the people that came before you and your immediate peers respect you, then you have something. But if they don't, you really don't have much. So you can just take your iTunes money and run, but you don't have anything. So for me, it's very important that the people that really laid the path for me kind of respect what I'm doing. Otherwise, I would be pretty bummed out in the fact that I haven't really accomplished much in the way of being successful.
I mean, could you see Eminem as being someone that you would like to collaborate with in the future?
I mean, of course. Obviously, we're in a little different aspects of our lives, but as far as musically, we're we are very politically minded and have a sense of humor and everything. So I think we'd be able to do something fun. But at the same time, like I said, we're kind of in different stages of our lives, so it's going to be tough.
And obviously, the album's come out. It's a big success. What are your plans for the future? I mean, have you got another album lined up to come out maybe in the next year or two, or tours? What have you got planned at the moment?
Well, tour is going to be most important. Obviously, getting out there and being able to connect with the audience and look into their eyes and have them be able to feel you too. So that's obviously going to be the stretch for the summer from July to September. We're going to be touring a lot, and then it's on to round two. And I'm going to sit back down, reassess my priorities and goals, and start it back up.
And obviously, you have just become realistically an overnight success. No one had heard of you a few months ago. Now you're so massive. I mean, how has that changed your life in terms of your personal life and the friends and family around you?
There's a little bit of difference, but for the most part, friends are still the same, family's still the same. I recognize that the main people in your life are going to be the friends that you can count on one hand and your family. And a lot of people are going to come in with ulterior motives and be very. Very into what you're doing because you're hot at the moment. But, for me, it's just about, keeping it basic. I'm not trying to, I don't have any I don't feel entitled to anything. So, I feel blessed at the moment and, it's much bigger than me. So, obviously, people get, the personal life gets tainted a little bit when you come into the game with with your government name and everyone thinks that they're your best friend. So, obviously, I'm smiling and enjoying, but at the same time, I got to draw the line, otherwise no one else will.
Exactly, and obviously the song "I Love College" it's such a big hit, especially for students. I mean, unless you sit in the library all day, then I'd imagine that is probably your anthem. But what are your top tips for students maybe having house parties or having social get-togethers?
Well, one, make sure your doors are locked. So, not the front doors. I'm talking about bedroom doors and stuff, so you don't get anything jacked. But for the most part. Go kegs if you can. That way, the cleanup's a little bit easier. And, just enjoy good. It's all about good music, really. The music sets the tone for a good party. And have the girls outnumber the guys because if there's too much testosterone in the room, it won't be that fun.
That's a good point. I mean, the house parties and the life that you lived as a student, I mean, they sound quite extreme for your music. I mean, do you miss the student life and then turn into a full-time artist, or is it something that...
I do miss the irresponsibility and the simple. It was real simple, being a college kid and just enjoying life for what it is, and just going about your day is nice. I mean, obviously, like I said, my role's changed a little bit, responsibility has changed a little bit, but at the same time, everything's got its pros and cons. It's good to kind of get out of the routine, if you will, and I feel like I'm definitely living a life and doing something new, and I don't want to regret the things that I didn't do. So I'm out there doing some things and having some fun, and but yeah, obviously sometimes you miss just the simple. I wish nobody knew who I was.
And do you think that's something that is going to get bigger in the future? Do you think that, I mean, obviously you're just tasting the success at the minute of becoming famous. I mean, maybe in 3 or 4 years' time, can you see it becoming a big problem of people stopping you in the street, for example?
It's very possible. And, I like grocery shopping. You know what I mean? I enjoy grocery shopping and things like that. So for me, it's obviously my life's obviously going to change and continue to. So like I said, it's going to be important for me to draw the line because no one else is going to, and just but handle it like a true professional.
Exactly. Well, I think we'll just about round it up now because I know you've got quite a busy schedule.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic, but it's all good.
But that's the problem of being a full-time recording artist, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks very much for taking the time out to talk to us. It's very much appreciated. I'd like to wish you all the success on the new album. I hope it goes really well.
Much appreciated, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Peace to you, my man.
Good luck.
Thank you.